What's up, guys? Today we are going through the different Linux flavors, and we're gonna discuss all these flavors. Plus, we're gonna discuss the command lines, and we're gonna go through all these Linux Ubuntu, all these features, and whatever you can see on the screen. Okay, first to begin with. Uh, Let me tell you guys that Linux is not scary, so you guys don't need to be frightened. I know a lot of guys using Windows, and when they hear Linux, it looks alien to them. They think it's alien or something's coming from Mars or something's. And once they hear that, look, it's got a terminal. Oh my God! Then they start panicking, and they think it's MS-DOS and blah blah. It's got a blank screen. As you can see, there is no blank screen or anything. It's just plain looking like Windows, whatever. Um, See, this is the main screen, and all these tabs here, all my softwares. Plus, if you press these ones, all these programs that stores in this computer is here. So on the top you can see the Firefox browser, which you can see the Ubuntu, GNOME Ubuntu, which is official flavor of Ubuntu, featuring the GNOME desktop environment. The other things about Linux, let me tell you guys about a few things about Linux. First things with the Linux is that everything is free. So I'm gonna write it down. Everything is free. It's open source. You can see the code. I'll show you guys later on how to see the codes and how to view the codes, and if you guys want to do programming and contribute to Linux, you can do that. Secondly, it's very hard for the viruses to come into and infect the Linux operating systems. That's a very good thing. So with the Windows, there is no root or any privilege or anything, but with the Linux operating systems, which is very famous, everything needs a root password. If you're not root, then you can't do anything. So you must be root to execute a program or install a program. So if any malicious things comes into your computer, I'm not saying that Linux, you can get a viruses in Linux, but you can get a virus. There are viruses in for Ubuntu as well, but the amount of viruses for the Ubuntu is very less than the Windows, because there is first of all, Ubuntu is free, and there are thousands and millions of programmers contributing to the Linux Ubuntu, and as soon as they see a weakness or vulnerability, they're gonna fix it straight away. So that's a good thing for new programmers or for you guys like you. Okay, so as you can see, this LibreOffice in front of you, which is I'm writing at the moment, is totally free. You don't need to pay anything. It comes in with the Linux. It has a GUI, which is graphical GUI is graphical user interface. Okay, so GUI is graphical user interface, and as you can see, whatever is on the screen, that's GUI, this graphics. So there is no command line involved, there is nothing involved. You can see it's like a Windows. So you go there, press the button, and it comes in, pops up, and you open it, you view it, and that's it. That's the graphics. Okay, so we discussed about the viruses as well, and now we're gonna go to the old days. There was different kinds of Linux. There was GNOME, this as you can see on the screen, and there was KDE as well. Sorry, there is KDE as well, and KDE is not very popular nowadays. Okay, now we're going to desktop. I don't want to confuse you guys, because I'm going to discuss only the three flavors, the three desktop environments for the Ubuntu, which is the first one, which I'm using is when it comes in ships with Ubuntu. It's GNOME, which is the official flavor of Ubuntu. So it's got a desktop environment. Okay, so as you can see, it's released in October 2012, and at the moment it's Ubuntu 18. It says if you're on GNOME, Ubuntu GNOME 16.04.05 is supported until April 2019, and it's gonna be after that you have to go to the Ubuntu 18.04 long-term support. LTS means long-term support. So that's your minimum system requirement. 1 gigahertz of processor, for example Intel Celeron or better, 1.5 gigabytes RAM, which is compared to nowadays every computer is like got a 8 gigabytes of RAM or 5 gigabytes, so it only requires 1.5 gigabytes. It means if you have very old computer, you still can download this and run this Ubuntu. So it needs 10 gigabytes of free hard drive. Come on, 10 gigabytes means a joke for nowadays the computers. Every computer comes in with 300 gigabytes of hard drive, or the minimum one with the 250. I've seen computers with 90 gigabytes, the very old ones. So that's a bonus for you guys. Okay, after this we go to Ubuntu. Another flavor, if you guys download Ubuntu, that's Ubuntu Mate. So this Ubuntu Mate you can do instead of this GNOME. When you can see on my screen, that's Ubuntu GNOME. So you can go to another Ubuntu Mate if you want. You can still run, but that's how you can see on the screen. So that's how you can see if you want to go through. That's the first one, and that's how you go for the second one. That's your calendar. That's what's that, 5-finger death punch, whatever you call it. It looks very cool. That's store library, community, and that's your panel, whatever you call it. And there you go, sponsors Ubuntu Mate. Okay, now the next one is Ubuntu Cinnamon. Ubuntu Cinnamon is also looking cool. Very cool looking Ubuntu thing. Okay, so I'll turn off the internet. There you go. You have let me introduce this one's your Wi-Fi. You can turn it on and off from here. That's your volume, that's your microphone, and that's the brightness and things like that. You can turn it on and off brightness. That's your Bluetooth if you got a Bluetooth, and it's your things, and that's my username. Okay, the root, let me tell you, Daniel is my username. You can do anything. You can do Joe Blow, you can make Michael, you can do any username you like. I like Daniel, so you know. But the root of this computer is not the Daniel. The root of this computer is something else. So Daniel is just a username with the root privilege. It means I can do anything with the root. The root permits me, so I can install the software, I can delete software, I can do anything on this desktop. Alright, so there you go. We go to this thing, and I'm gonna turn on to see. So here all the things uploading. That's for your desktop, and there you go. There's personalizations, cinema spices, and technology we use. This Linux, Debian, and Ubuntu. So okay, I'm gonna show about these things. Reddit, you already know this, Reddit and GitHub. I'm gonna make another video for GitHub, so I'm gonna explain what is GitHub. Okay, the next one is Ubuntu Unity. So there you go. I believe that was expired on 16th. Ubuntu decided that they don't want to go ahead with this Unity anymore, so they changed this from Unity to this GNOME line. That's cool looking operating system. You can see this, the websites. That's ubuntuunity.org, that's ubuntucinnamon.org, that's ubuntumite.org, and that's ubuntugnome.org. Okay. Okay, next we go and see these things. As you can see with the Ubuntu Unity, which I used it for a long time, Ubuntu 9, 10, 14 and 16. I'm used to this operating system, so that was, I used to click here and all these things come back. With the Ubuntu GNOME, I believe I'll click here, so that's the only difference. The rest you can see that's the same. So on the side you can see the Firefox browser and all these, your speakers and blah 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 blah, you know, and that's your command line. You can open command line anytime you want from anywhere. All right, so that's my Google Chrome, that's terminal, and that's Ubuntu software, and this is where the files are, and this is the settings. Okay, that's my Claim TK, which is antivirus, and that's why my Android Studio, which I do programming for Android, and that's my Sublime Text, which I use this for HTML and all this PHP and website making, blah blah blah, and that's my LibreOffice, which I use it to write things. Okay, so there you go. Here all our softwares here. This bleach bit is to clean this Ubuntu, all these unwanted files, spam, blah blah blah, you can clean it. So this one is for CC++. I'm gonna make another videos for CC++. This is antivirus, and that's your calendar and blah blah blah. That's Htop. Htop is a cool looking system which you can, once installed, you can see what's going on inside your computer. That's okay, there you go. I want to show you guys these things. That's LibreOffice and LibreOffice graphics and all this spreadsheet, whatever. So once you install this Ubuntu, this things comes in free. This thing comes in shipped in with the Ubuntu, so you don't need to buy, you don't need to purchase, you don't need to get a license, and you don't need to get any other stupid things that you do with the Windows. So so they sell the operating system separate to the Office. So that's the one thing that puzzled me all these years. So okay, so anything, whatever you can see on this computer is free. I never paid anything for anything except this Zoom. They wants every now and then it wants that's money. Other than that, I'll never pay anything. So if you guys want, I'm gonna show you guys how to do this Wireshark. I'm gonna make, because it's a very long topic, and it's like almost like 15 videos to cover this Wireshark. You can go to ports and blah blah blah, but when you do use Linux and this like that, you can mix this things very easy for you guys. So if you want to do programming, or if you want to do engineering or anything, using Ubuntu makes the life a lot easier than using other operating system. I'm not sure about Apple, but I'm used to this Ubuntu, which is my main operating system all those years. Like I'm using for 10 years now, and I can't live without it. Alright, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.